Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about environment because environment is one of the biggest, how do we say, it's the biggest things in your life, okay, is your environment. And what I mean by that is the people that you're surrounded by. And it doesn't matter who it is. It could be your parents, your family, your friends, your co-workers. Doesn't matter who it is. Whoever you are around is a part of your environment. And sometimes it's not in your control. Okay, if you are someone who's young and you're growing up with a family, obviously you can't move out. Okay, it's out of your control. But in that example, you would have to work with patience. Okay, you work with patience until you can figure out and you're old enough to start working, making some money and moving out, even though it's very hard these days to get your own place. But besides that, your environment there's two things that can happen, and they're both very, very important. And one of them is it will either create you, okay, it will make you and it'll be good for you, or it's going to absolutely break you. All right, it's going to do the complete opposite. You're just not going to be in a good position. And that's other people, okay? That's not yourself. That's your environment who's controlling you, okay? So you have to be very, very conscious of where you are and what environment you are surrounded by. Like I said before, if you are in a situation where you're with your family and it's out of your control and you feel like you're left out or the black sheep of the family and whatnot, then obviously that environment is no good for you, okay? Because a good environment would appreciate you, will respect you, it will always, always, always uplift you. So you will always feel good. You will always want to go back to that environment. It's very safe to do so, okay? If that's not the case, then you're stuck in a bad environment, all right? And you need to make a move, and it's always going to be up to you. All right. Sometimes life will push you to its limits. And, for an example, I'll give you my example. I was in a bad environment when I was young and I was a teenager. Okay. And I lived with my family, but it just didn't go well. I had my mum and my sister, and it wasn't a very good household. Okay. My dad passed away when I was 15 years old, and that was the father figure gone. So I was stuck with mum and sister. Now, in my case, I was always left out. Okay, it was always them two. And the problem is I got stuck into that environment because I poured so much energy into them and so much love, but I wasn't getting that back. And I was trying to figure something out from it. Now, what I mixed was love, okay? The problem is like, if you are treated like shit by someone, you have to be conscious enough and have self-respect to yourself to understand that you are being treated like shit. You're being treated unworthy, and that's no good for you. You cannot sit there and say, oh, but that's okay because I love them. That's not the case, okay? And you cannot let religion get into it as well, saying, people will tell you, religious people, Christians and whatnot, they will tell you that if you don't respect your family, you're going to go to hell to sin. That's all bullshit. Okay, don't listen to that shit. And I'm telling you this, I'm a Christian myself, and I'm a massive believer in Jesus Christ. He is my king. Okay? But you don't let religion get into your problems of life. Okay? Religion is not there to create bigger issues for yourself. It's there to help you heal. It's there to make you feel good. Okay? And you just look at Jesus Christ. He is a mentor, okay? And he's very loving. He never teaches out of fear. So if someone's there teaching you religion out of fear, that's no good. That's also a bad environment. You stay away from that. But besides that fact, we're going to leave religion to the side, okay? You must change your environment for you to make a change in your life, or else you're going to be stuck. You're going to be miserable, depressed, anxious, all these negative emotions. You're going to sit there and you're not going to realize what's wrong with you. You're going to be unconscious, and time will just fly by, okay? Time doesn't give a shit. It's not there for you. It's just going to keep on going. It's going to keep on ticking. And you'll realize another 5, 10, 15 years later, you're still in that same position, okay? So you must make a change out of your environment. You must be conscious of who you are around. And as I said, a good environment will always uplift you, will always be good to you, and you'll be happy to go back to it. Okay, bad environment, the complete opposite. You don't want to go back there. Okay, so, you know, sometimes, if let's just say for an example, you move out, you're alone, and you're not surrounded by anyone, you're an introvert, and you don't have any friends. You yourself are that environment now. And so you have to create your own environment. And you do this by having a very good mindset toward yourself. Okay, you want to be your best friend. A lot of people will look at loneliness and they'll feel sad. But loneliness is not a bad thing. Okay, being in solitude is not a bad thing at all. As long as you can figure out how to become your own best friend. All right, when you're by yourself, you can do whatever the hell you want. No one's there to stop you. No one's there to judge you. No one's there to compare you to anyone else. And you shouldn't be doing that to yourself anyways, because you shouldn't be your own enemy. You should be your best friend. Whatever it is that you want to do, you go do it. And if you want people to come into your life, you start with yourself. Okay, you be your best friend. And all of a sudden, good people will start coming into your life. Right? You've now created your own beautiful environment. And that's from within. Okay, so my point is, don't be stuck and don't make excuses if you're in an environment that's no good for you. You can feel it down your soul, okay? You will feel it. Don't think with your brain. Don't think with your brain and do not think with your heart. You always feed your soul. What's your soul telling you? You're in a good place or you're not in a good place, okay? Some people are just not good for you. And as I said before, it includes everyone. No one is excluded. And you always want to work on yourself. Personal development is the best thing for you to do in life. Okay? And when you're doing personal development, you're improving yourself. Then later on in life, you will now match someone else. Okay? You will now attract another partner who's on your same level, who doesn't have issues, doesn't have trauma, doesn't have bullshit that they have to deal with, and they're bringing all of that towards you because they've healed themselves. But you healed yourself first. So you've attracted this person who's also healed. You're going to have a good relationship. Okay? If you keep going with your life and you've got trauma and generational issues and all this bullshit that your parents done to you, then how long do you want to keep that going? And you're just going to keep on getting old and you're going to keep thinking about it. You're going to keep being stuck in the past and self-sabotaging yourself. And when you do attract someone else, they're going to have the same issues. And now you've got the biggest problem in the world because both of you have issues. Not one of you is good. Okay? So you always want to work on personal development. It's the best thing for you to do. Everything else comes later. You know, money will come later, your house will come later, your job comes later. Your personal development is how to be successful in life. And that's what's going to make you fulfilled. Okay, everything else won't make you fulfilled. You can't have money and then have issues because you're never going to be happy with your money. You got to figure out, heal your past, heal yourself, and create a good environment. Once you're confident, money will flow to you. And it's simple as that. So, I don't know what else to say, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.